Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Ramesh Ramachandran. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. Prime Minister Modi reaches Slovakia from France, gets warm welcome in Bratislava. PM Modi and President Macron deepen strategic partnership in 13 areas, including expanding India's real-time digital payment system UPI in France. Prime Minister Modi and President Macron launched Bharat Innovates in Nice, India's inclusive, human-centric global innovation model on display. Russia's President Putin speaks to US President Trump, discusses Iran and Ukraine. And Israel strikes Lebanon even as US President Trump insists Iran deal is imminent. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has reached Bratislava in Slovakia from Nice in France. This is the first ever visit by an Indian Prime Minister to Slovakia since Slovakia's independence in 1993. The Prime Minister will hold talks with his Slovak counterpart, Robert Fico, and explore new avenues of cooperation. The Prime Minister will also call on Slovak President Peter Pellegrini. The visit will reaffirm India's commitment towards strengthening its bilateral relationship with Slovakia in various sectors, including trade, investment, and automobile and railway manufacturing. Now, Prime Minister Modi received a warm welcome upon his arrival in Slovakia. A Slovakian band called Mahadev Kirtan Project recited mantras. The Mahadeva Kirtan Project is a unique Slovak musical and spiritual ensemble founded by drummer and percussionist Marek Zilinec, whose vision was to bring the meditative and transformative practice of Kirtan to audiences in Slovakia. Deeply inspired by his travels in India, Indian spiritual traditions, and the devotional singing of Hindu bhajans and Sanskrit mantras, Marek created the project as a space for collective chanting, meditation, and inner reflection. And DD India's Vishal Baristo spoke with members of the project band who presented their performance for Prime Minister Modi. Take a listen.
Reciting the mantras, these youngsters are from Bratislava and they have a band called Mahadev Kirtan Project. and they have played before the Prime Minister. Let's talk to them and find out. The lead drummer is Bharat. So let's talk to him and find out how did it feel when you played before the Prime Minister?
It's such an honor to play for him. Yeah, and that's why we are very thankful of Slovak Embassy, Slovak Indian Embassy here in Bratislava, that they invited us to here to play for him.
How was the feeling when you saw Prime Minister of India and you were playing before him?
Namaskaram. So we are very honored to be here and play for him. So it's very nice experience, and it's nice to bring mantra Asatoma to Prime Minister and all of us.
How was the experience?
It was a great honor to perform our authentic interpretation of mantras and a kirtan form for the Prime Minister Modi. We're honored. It was great to show our roots, Slovakian roots, in this Indian form and perform it here tonight.
Talking about Indian culture, what do you like the most as far as Indian culture is concerned?
I would have to say Indian music and yoga in general. I also love the nature in India, to be honest, but I think the music and the kirtan forms is something that's closest to me and closest to all of us. So that's something I'm very grateful for, that we get to do this here, even in the heart of Europe, in Slovakia, and have this spice of India here with us.
So there you hear from these people, and they are also very happy. They love Indian culture, and yes, they also love the opportunity to play before the Indian Prime Minister. With cameraman Vinay in Bratislava, this is Vishal Baristo for DD India.
And Prime Minister Modi received a grand welcome from the Indian community upon his arrival in Bratislava. Hundreds of members of the Indian diaspora gathered to meet the Prime Minister, waving Indian flag and chanting India's national song, Vande Mataram. Besides, chants of Modi, Modi also reverberated in the air in Bratislava. Cheers, smiles and tricolour waving, Prime Minister Modi received a resounding reception upon his arrival in Bratislava. My colleague Vishal Baristo gets us more.
With tricolors in their hands and smile on their faces, you can see these youngsters are so very excited, and why not? Because they have met their Prime Minister. How is the feeling?
It is super. We are very proud that our PM Modi is over here. I'm very, very happy today.
Thank you, Modi ji, for coming here and visiting us. It is a thrilling experience. Thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you so much.
Did you have the opportunity to shake hands with him?
Of my life. It was so exciting. Very thankful for the opportunity.
They are not the only ones, as you can see. All these people, they are here. How did you feel?
I'm very lucky and very proud, and I'm proud Indian. I love Modi ji. I love everything about India.
आज हम लोगों को सबको हम लोगों का पास मोदी जी को देख के हम लोग बहुत खुशी हुआ, बहुत आनंद हुआ हम लोगों को. मोदी जी बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं.
It was amazing meeting Modi. Everybody is so happy. It's like a festival today.
Yes.
It's a festival today. As you can see, all these people, they're carrying flags in their hands. They are so very happy, and why not? This is the first time that a sitting Prime Minister has visited Slovakia. So how's the feeling?
It was really great that our Prime Minister visited Indian Prime Minister first time, and I hope that
two countries will have a great relationship, and this visit will be effective for people who are living here and for both the.
I am overwhelmed with his personality, and I feel the relationship between the Bratislava, Slovakia and India will grow up healthy and very healthy.
Very, very happy to see him, and I hope that our bilateral relationship improves after his visit. Many Indians, they will know about Slovakia, and Slovak also will know more about India, Indian culture, places to visit, and also Indian people can come and visit Slovakia. It's a really, really beautiful country, so people can know more about it and they can visit this beautiful country which is called Slovakia. Thank you.
So there you hear all these people, they are so very happy, excited, and they are saying that this is their lifetime opportunity, because for them, Prime Minister came all the way from Delhi to Bratislava to meet them and also put forward India's views not only to Slovakia but also to the world through European Union. With cameraman Vinay in Bratislava, this is Vishal Baristo for DD India.
And following his arrival in Bratislava, the Prime Minister, in a post on X, said that his visit to Slovakia is an opportunity to deepen India-Slovakia relations. He wrote on X, and I quote him here, "Reached Bratislava, this visit provides an opportunity to deepen India-Slovakia relations and explore new avenues of cooperation. Looking forward to productive meetings with President Pellegrini and Prime Minister Fico." And Prime Minister Modi held bilateral talks with France's President Emmanuel Macron, where they reviewed the progress in India-France Special Global Strategic Partnership. The two leaders discussed areas including innovation, trade and investment, sustainability, security, culture and people-to-people ties. The meeting resulted in several outcomes in areas of innovation and AI, science and space, startups and fintech, trade and infrastructure, mobility and health, among others. The leaders also exchanged views on key international and regional issues.
Prime Minister held bilateral talks with President Macron at the iconic Villa Kerylos. They held their discussions covered the entire range of bilateral relations, including defense, security, space, civil nuclear energy, trade and investment, technology and innovation, culture and education, mobility and people-to-people ties. A key focus of the discussions was also on strengthening and diversifying bilateral ties in the fields of economic growth, technology and innovation. This is especially relevant in view of the conclusion of negotiations earlier this year on the India-EU Free Trade Agreement.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's meeting with French President Emmanuel Macron resulted in several outcomes. The outcomes include the adoption of the India-France Innovation Roadmap 2030 and the creation of a joint India-France AI working group focused on AI governance. Both sides also agreed to expand UPI services at Paris Airport and Nice, establish a national center of excellence for skilling in aeronautics and allied sectors, and in Kanpur's National Skill Training Institute, and incubate 10 additional Indian startups at Station F in Paris. The two countries further announced a new cooperation in digital sciences, railways, trade, economic security, healthcare and space exploration, including collaboration between ISRO and CNES on microgravity research and human spaceflight.
There are a number of outcomes and deliverables from this visit. Let me mention amongst the outcomes the setting up of a high-level mechanism to double bilateral trade within 5 years, the establishment of a dialogue on economic security, the adoption of an innovation roadmap 2030, the signing of as many as 19 agreements between institutions in the innovation ecosystem of both countries, the creation of an India-France joint working group focusing on artificial intelligence and its global governance, a memorandum of understanding on establishing a center of excellence in skilling in aeronautics at the campus of the Indian Institute of Technology in Kanpur, a declaration of intent on cooperation in the railways sector, and other areas.
And still to come on DD India Live. Switzerland votes to restrict population to 10 million. Ukraine strikes oil.
Geopolitics and trade deals. Economic challenges amid development. Hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium. We'll get you centered with the economic brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India Live. I'm Ramesh Ramachandran. Bharat Innovates 2026 kick-started in France's Nice, where Prime Minister Modi said innovation is part of India's DNA and is focused on inclusivity, human-centric development and the global good. And French President Emmanuel Macron said that India is helping shape the direction of global innovation.
Bharat Innovates is an invitation to the world to co-create the next chapter of global innovation with India.
India's innovation story took center stage in Nice as Prime Minister Narendra Modi and French President Emmanuel Macron jointly inaugurated Bharat Innovates 2026. Addressing a gathering of innovators, entrepreneurs and global industry leaders, Prime Minister Modi said India is a driving force in global innovation. PM said the initiative will strengthen partnerships and accelerate the next phase of technological advancement.
Bharat Innovates का ये मंच भारत के टैलेंट और यूरोपियन कैपिटल के बीच एक ब्रिज बन रहा है, एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म जहां भारत के यंग माइंड्स को यूरोपियन एक्सपर्टीज से जुड़ने का अवसर मिल रहा है, एक ऐसा भारत जो सॉल्यूशंस का कंज्यूमर नहीं, सॉल्यूशंस का कंट्रीब्यूटर बनकर के उभरा है.
A total of 120 startups are taking part in the event, representing some of India's most promising ventures. Prime Minister noted that while these are select startups, India today is home to nearly 2 lakh startups, making it the world's third largest startup ecosystem. PM highlighted France as an important partner in India's innovation journey and emphasized that global good remains the guiding principle of Indian innovation.
Innovation और इंक्लूजन एक दूसरे के विरोधी नहीं है, बल्कि पूरक है. इसका मतलब है किसी भी इनोवेशन की महानता केवल उसके वैल्यूएशन में नहीं होती, उसकी महानता उसके ह्यूमन इम्पैक्ट में होती है. यही भारत इनोवेट्स की भावना है, यही भारत का दृष्टिकोण है. इनोवेशन इज इन इंडियाज डीएनए.
Prime Minister Modi met with CEOs, managing directors and investors from leading companies working in sectors such as AI, quantum technology, deep tech, finance, defense, tourism, healthcare and biotechnology. Prime Minister reaffirmed the government's commitment to continuing the reform agenda that has been underway over the past 12 years, ensuring a conducive environment for innovation and business growth. French President Emmanuel Macron praised Prime Minister Modi's leadership and long tenure in office. He said that India is not only a vast pool of talented young people, but has also emerged as a nation capable of providing direction and solutions to the world.
The question was not if India is innovating, but who is going to innovate with India. And it is an immense honor that you're giving us to showcase your best startups, the best innovators outside of India, to deliver the best partnerships and to look for VCs and persuade some talents to join them.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi said innovation must be human-centric and work for the global good. PM expressed confidence that India's innovation ecosystem, from patents and incubation to startups and policy support, is driving a sustainable future.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Nice, France was a special one. On the one hand, Bharat Innovates opened a gateway for Indian deep tech startups to forge new partnerships across the world. On the other hand, the two leaders, Prime Minister Modi and President Macron, committed themselves to take the strategic ties to new heights. With camera person Aniket Dubey, Shubhendu Ghosh for DD India, Nice.
Moving on, Switzerland on Sunday rejected a proposal to cap its population at 10 million by 2050. The referendum, driven by concerns that rapid population growth was putting pressure on housing, infrastructure and public services, failed to gain sufficient support. Shivani has more.
Switzerland voted on Sunday on a proposal to cap the country's population at 10 million by 2050 in a referendum amid concerns from businesses that it could trigger an economic shock. A projection published by national broadcaster SRF showed around 55% of voters opposed the proposal, while 45% backed it. The constitutional amendment put forward by the right-wing Swiss People's Party was driven by concerns over immigration, pressure on housing, public services and infrastructure. The proposal stipulated that Switzerland's population must not exceed 10 million before 2050. If the number stayed above 10 million for 2 years, Switzerland would have to end its agreement with the European Union that allows EU citizens to live and work in the country. Swiss residents expressed sharply divided views, with some backing tighter immigration controls to ease pressure on housing and infrastructure, while others warned the measure could hurt the economy and worsen labor shortages.
This initiative is extremely dangerous. It will not resolve the issue of sustainability as its title claims. On the contrary, it risks improvising Switzerland and fundamentally undermining the agreements we currently have with the European Union, which are more important than ever.
Well, let's just say that, considering the size of country itself, we have more than enough. I mean, with more than 10 million people, what are we going to do? Where are we going to put all these people? 10 million is more than enough.
The Swiss population currently stands at 9.1 million, with foreigners making up nearly 28% of the residents. Official forecasts suggest the country could surpass 10 million people by the early 2040s. While the polls had predicted a close result, many voters expressed concern that the proposal could damage Switzerland's labour market and relations with its biggest trading partner, the European Union. Shivani's report for DD India.
And with that, it's a wrap. You can get the latest news on our mobile app on both Android and iOS platforms. Scan the QR code to download it. And we'll be back with more news as it breaks. I'm Ramesh Ramachandran. All of us here in New Delhi, thanks for watching DD India Live.